Boom, boom, boom. Yes, you heard it. And this morning we are going to be diving into the world of fitness, racing with the Deadly Dozen. Now listen, this is a high intensity challenge that is absolutely sweeping across the globe, and it's now in South Africa with a dynamic format. It blends strength, endurance, community, and it's making the ultimate test of athleticism and grit. So if this is piquing your interest, then you definitely want to pay attention right now, because you could be South Africa's next champion. So we've got the big gun in the building. Cleaver is here, our personal trainer and athlete, joining us to explain the fitness craze that's taken over the world. Karen, you pretty much are the guy to beat when it comes to events like this, but talk to me about Deadly Dozen, man. What is it all about?
Yeah, it's slightly different to the fitness racing we used to here. We're finding there's three big players globally that are popping up. It's Hyrox, it's Deca, and it's Deadly Dozen. Hyrox with 8 movements, Deca with 10, Deadly Dozen with 12. So Deadly Dozen, it's only a year old, but it is sweeping across the globe very quickly. Now in South Africa, 22nd of March, Cape Town. It's in the UK, it's in the States, Australia, Mexico, Canada, and more coming.
Okay, so this is a global phenomenon taking over right now. I'm assuming 12 exercises, hence the name Dozen.
Yeah.
I don't like the name Deadly though, because that means it's going to get quite intense. What's the format like, really?
So it's slightly different. So the appeal will be different to different people. So it's a 400-meter run, which we call journeys, and then it's into a labor. So it's 12 different labors. It stems from a military background. The guy, Jay Curtis, that actually created it, he used to be the PT for the British Army for a couple of years. So all the different movements, they're very accessible. You can do these workouts in your garage. All you're going to need is body weight plates, kettlebells, and dumbbells.
Okay, that's pretty simple, man. So, look, we're talking about this thing, but I want to go through some of the actual moves, because I know there's a lot of people that think, hey, I can do this, I can challenge, I can take this challenge on. And then I think there are people that just want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And this is a great opportunity to do that as well, get into something of a challenge with your body. So let's do exactly that. You want to take me through some of the moves?
Sure, we're going to go through 4 of the movements. There's 4 dumbbell-based movements, so you've got all of those. So what we're going to start with, the lunges. So it would be 120 meters of walking lunges.
Okay.
But we're just going to do them as stationary lunges. So just grab both of them.
All right. And essentially you would in the race be going a distance here, but we're going to keep the stationary, right?
Yeah, so we're racing around the track, a single lap, and then we're competing across the track with the different workout stations.
Hey.
Back onto the track for another lap. So you just keep moving.
And if you're feeling up to it, you can race pace this thing if you want to, if you're strong enough.
It can either be for fun or race pace it. It literally appeals to absolutely everybody, which is great.
Oh.
Okay,
and I'm just thinking to myself, man, what, 120 meters of this?
Yeah, and then
that's gonna burn.
and then back onto the track.
Okay, and then from this you go to a 400-meter run, and then it goes back to the next exercise.
Correct. So I think what we're going to do next is the push press.
Okay.
So we've got 60 reps of push press, so basically to your shoulders, straight above your head.
Is that just standing? Is there a squat involved as well?
Just standing.
So just
for
static,
that.
press it above my head.
That's correct.
60 times though.
60 times.
Whoa, that's gonna add up, man.
Burn. You can take breaks.
And you can definitely get some bolder shoulders while training for this workout as well, which is something I like about this event, because it's making me understand that this is going to give you an extra incentive to get stronger, get fitter, and try and master some of these moves as well. So that in
100%.
itself is an entire journey on its own, man. I love that.
So drop one of the weights. And
thank you.
Just one of them. And then we're going to go into 60 snatches. Let's maybe just bash out 5 of them.
Okay, do you want to talk to me about snatches in terms of do's and don'ts, maybe?
Yeah, so it's pretty much a squat, keep your back straight, straight up above your head, and then it's alternating. Try to keep your arm closer to
my head.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you're either switching at the top or at the bottom.
Okay, so you can either
Completely
finish that rep and then do it on the other side.
Straight up.
Straight.
So that's 3 of the 4 movements. And then the last movement, you can pop that down, but you can pick both of them up now, and that's going to be your devil press, which is what you end with. So
this is a proper one.
All the reps are 60 throughout, except for the last finisher. You are tired, it's only 20. So devil press, as you know, it's basically a push-up.
So we're going to a push-up, right?
Yeah.
Stand
and then straight.
Up above the head.
That's correct.
All right, and a rep count for this would also be 60, you say?
20.
20, I was going to say, whoa, 60 would be an absolute killer.
And then you're done.
So, Karen, this is pretty cool, because these movements aren't that crazy. They definitely are going to work out my body. They're definitely going to give me that stimulus. But I can see so many people probably having fun with this. Who would you suggest gets involved in an event like this?
Well, I think it's all types. I think the nice thing is, where we see it fitting in, we're going to be racing 10 times a year this year. We take it to all the corners of the country. We're going to Potch, we're going to Durban, we're going to PE.
Yes.
Where else are we going? We're going basically all around the country.
Across the country,
So we're
I
going
love
to be
it.
racing once a month, every month. It is going to culminate with an SA Champs at the end of the year in Cape Town, which you qualify throughout the year. And this year, for the first time, there will be a World Champs for Deadly Dozen in Birmingham. We'll probably have our qualifiers for next year's World Champs. So it's exciting. You can either do it for fun, or you can take it seriously. But that is fitness racing. You're either an elite athlete or you're doing it for fun, and it's your challenges.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Well, I think I'd encourage Mzansi to get involved in this one. Find out from Cameron himself, or you can reach out to Deadly Dozen and get involved in this incredible event. And it sounds like a new sport is on the horizon, and I'm absolutely keen for this one. So if you feel like you've got the goods and you've got what it takes to maybe be a champion and become one of those people representing us across the globe, then get involved now. Reach out to Cameron. He's got incredible reasons and ideas for you to maybe even get stronger, fitter, replicate what he's doing, and maybe you could be our champion. So Deadly Dozen has arrived in South Africa, and you need to get involved. Mzansi, we're going to finish up. I'm going to keep practicing. I want to be one of these athletes. But Carlitos, what's happening in the kitchen, bro? All right, Cam, let's carry on.